Hello everyone and welcome to another video on Forza Horizon 5. Today I am once again going to be talking about the car list. After many tens of hours of scrolling through websites and writing out Excel sheets, I have come to the conclusion that it doesn't seem all that spectacular. To prove this, I have a rather underwhelming number. So far there are only 20 actually new cars, 8 of which aren't actually production cars, and one of which is an old Renault. One more number you might be interested in, it's a 2021 game, and the amount of 2020 and later production cars is 11. Which isn't actually that bad, but still a bit disappointing. A few months ago, I made a video predicting a bunch of cars that might be added to the game. So far, I got 385 out of 485 right. And looking at it in hindsight, I could have gotten about 50 more had I not missed some obvious ones and not left out cars that I'd imagined would have licensing issues, such as Hot Wheels cars and race cars. So in total, I predicted 77 of the cars we already know of, and if we remove the cars I had no chance of predicting, I'd be at 80%. Here's the mock-up auto show I came up with for the previous video. Coloured green are the ones I got right, and the ones I've got wrong aren't. They might also not necessarily be wrong, they might just not have been confirmed yet. As in that video, I'll show the Excel sheet with all the cars in Forza Horizon 5 and which of them I predicted, or in some cases didn't predict, at the end of the video. I'd like to point out some car manufacturers that seem to be missing. For example, only one launcher, the Stratos, being in Forza Horizon 5 seems unlikely. I'm assuming there will be more soon. And I also find it unlikely that Fiat and Alfa Romeo won't be in the game, but that remains to be seen. Also, Noble seems to have left Forza, which is a shame, although I never really drove their cars, so they were nice to have, if you know what I mean. And another disappointment, the lack of Arctic trucks. I love those things, of course, among others that don't seem to be returning. Okay, we have to address the elephant in the room. Only 20 new cars. It's clear to me that we can't have millions of new cars, but 20 is, in my opinion, a bit weak. Now I have a theory as to why there are only 20 new cars in the lists we know of so far, and that is quite simply that more will be added. However, I find it highly likely that these would be locked behind a paywall in the form of either the car pass or car packs. Also, we can't forget the 2 expansions, I talk about these more in a separate video, that would most likely bring new cars with them. At this point, I'd like to show off a game that is completely different, but provides us with a car list that would be quite frankly awesome to have. Now, a car list like this is extremely unrealistic, but it's interesting to think about. The game in question is Top Drives, the mobile Top Trumps-like card game. No, this isn't a pay-to-win discussion, don't start. I just thought I'd show you how diverse, a word the Forza devs have an unhealthy love of, a car list can be. In the end, the car list we have is essentially an updated car list from Forza Horizon 4, which is okay, I guess. We can't expect a full overhaul every 2 years, but it would have been nice to replace a bunch of not particularly interesting cars with modern counterparts. I'm looking at you, 2012 Lotus Exige. Why have you not been replaced with a Cup 430? And don't get me started on all the unnecessary Audis, BMWs, Fords, Mercedes and Porsches. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and or subscribe. I really appreciate it. I do. And I hope you have a nice day. Or had if you're just going to sleep. Anyway, and goodbye!